Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do a reading for you, friends. It is a weekly reading. How are you, Scorpio? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. We're doing a 9-card read this week, and we are talking about what skin you are shedding because we have moved out of the year of the snake and we have moved into the year of the horse, right? And so the snake was the mastery of the inner world, and the year of the horse is the mastery of the outer world. So get to decide, what are you going to keep building that wasn't working for you? Or are you going to burn it to the ground and start again? And so that's a decision that you're having to make. That's what this reading is going to be about, Scorpio, for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. Let's find out what's going on for you, what you will be racing toward in the year of the horse. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio. Scorpio, I'm also going to tell you at the end of this video about how to find a reading that is private if you're interested, and also how to find the extended. Let's find out what's going on in this 9-card read for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got a lot going on. Look, we just had this shuffle. Then we have a new moon coming up in Aquarius, and we also have Saturn and Neptune showing up looking each other straight in the eye at the 0 degree of Aries, which is pretty spectacular. Hasn't happened in a long while. So it's the party is going on in Aquarius right now, all these planets. It's everywhere, everything. And we're in the pre-shadow phase of retrograde. So yeah, how you feeling about all of it? We've got the Ace of Pentacles for Scorpio. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. I think you're trying to make a decision about something here, where to invest your time, your effort, your energy, or your money. But maybe you're feeling a lack about that. Like, maybe I don't have enough. Maybe I'm not ready to invest. I'm not really sure. Or maybe the thing I want to invest in is too far away. We have the 3 of Wands. Oh, so it's far off into the future. It does feel like you are detached from it, or you haven't yet made a decision. The 5 of Pentacles is not necessarily, well, maybe you could have a lack of money or time or effort. The 3 of Wands tells me that you're sort of putting this off till the future, like a future time. And this could be like next week, but this could be 3 weeks from now. For me, Wands are weeks, and there's 3 of them here. But it does feel like either you're feeling that you don't have enough time to do this right now, or you don't have enough money, or you don't have enough energy. But there is something that I feel looks like you do want to invest in, but you just are feeling too much of the 5 of Pentacles right now, which is standing between you and a future decision that you're going to make here. We've got the Chariot. Oh, interesting. Because it does feel like it's going to take more financial discipline for you to be able to make some sort of really big decision that you've been hoping to make. It does also feel like this is maybe a bit emotional for you, but you're keeping that under the surface and not really showing anyone. I'm going to say that I think that whatever the Ace of Pentacles is for you, a new beginning, or it's something you're investing in, maybe building a business, maybe you're going to buy a house. I've got a big house here. Maybe it's too expensive right now.Maybe the markets aren't good, but it feels like you will have that victory, but it does feel like you're holding back for some reason here. That's at the heart of the matter. We have, you're waiting for more money, more status, more stability, feeling like more confident about the situation. Maybe you're waiting until you finish learning something here. She is holding a book there. And so it makes me feel like you're waiting to finish school, maybe get your doctorate, get your PhD. It feels like somebody here needs to wait until there's more stability, or I feel more confident about the housing market. It feels like there is a decision that it feels here that you want to make this decision right now, but you're being held back by practicality. Like, it feels like you have this very practical side of you, Scorpio, that is like, that's not something that I can carry right now, 5 of Pentacles, because I don't feel like I have enough energy or enough time, or maybe I'm just outside the financial window. Tell me more. We have the Hierophant. Feels like somebody here is really standing on business. I feel like the Hierophant's also telling me that you do have discipline and structure. It feels like you have a path, and you must follow that path. It feels like there is, standing on business. It feels like somebody here, we could be talking about your job. Maybe you've decided that you're changing careers or changing your job in the future. Maybe you're giving somebody here might be giving their notice at work. Could be a 3-week notice, right? With the 5 of Pentacles, you're going to be on the outside looking in. But I feel like if that's what you're doing, I feel like you're waiting until you're prepared financially, or you're waiting until you have enough information. You're waiting until you've learned enough, maybe till you get the certificate or the diploma, or you've got enough confidence to be able to stand on your own. Because with the Hierophant here, it tells me that once you make the decision, there's no going back. That's how Taurus works, right? And you would know, because you're a fixed sign and you're strategic like that, Scorpio, that you're going to go slowly. You're going to look at everything around it, and you're going to make sure that you know what's going on. You have all the details before you make a decision, because you don't want to have to backtrack. You don't want to have to say, oh, that was the wrong decision. You don't want to be wrong. And so, same with Taurus, you don't want to be wrong. And so I feel like you're about to make a really big decision that involves your stability, possibly, or a commitment. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe you want to find somebody in a stable commitment. It feels like you want victory in it, but I feel like the Pentacle energy with this Chariot energy. Chariot is the fastest moving energy in the deck. I feel it's almost like hurry up and wait, because this is really slow energy. Pentacles are really slow energy. It feels frustrating to me that you have to hold back, but that you want to make the commitment, or you want to build the strong structure or commit to something or someone, but you can't right now. And it feels a little bit frustrating, like you're holding back, but you don't want to. We've got the 6 of Cups. This could be relationship related too. Whatever lens you're looking at this through, it's going to be different for everyone, right? We don't all have the same things going on at the same time. We've got the 6 of Cups. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Swords. So it does feel like there is a hard decision that you're trying to make here. And I think that it really does involve vulnerability, the V word. It's hard for you to be vulnerable, Scorpio. Don't tell me it's not. I'll fight you in the comments. So I feel like you're fighting vulnerability. You know that you are going to have to be vulnerable and get out of your head and make a decision if this next step into this commitment, stability, the next job, the next corporation, whatever the Hierophant energy is for you, it feels like you know that you're going to have to get out of your head. Look, the 6 of Cups is here, and I feel like it's like nostalgia. It's like, the reason I'm waiting to get the stability, the reason that I'm waiting and being careful is because of what happened in the past. I feel like you're wounded from a past situation, and it's shut you down. It's made you not vulnerable, or it's making you hold back from making this very pentacle-like situation, right? And the Hierophant's here. It's making you rethink everything, because I know what happened before, and I think that's why you're in your head, because I feel like you think you're going to get whatever the result was of something that happened back there, even if it has nothing to do with the new commitment or the new job or the new structure or the new corporation. I feel like you were stung before or hurt before, and it's still in the back of your mind. We're going to put down 2 cards here and find out what's under the surface here, Scorpio, that you don't see. We've got the Knight of Cups. We could be talking about relationship stuff, but the Knight of Cups is also sort of fantasy energy, right? It's like riding off into the sunset. It's foggy. It's like falling in love with potential, or only looking at a situation from the positive side and all the positives, instead of looking at things through a practical lens, where there are goods and there are bads, there are do's and there are don'ts, there are things that will work and things that will not work. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Pentacles is sometimes a place where you can get stuck in your head or stuck in a cycle, because this is perfection, right? It feels like somebody is waiting for perfection, or I feel like it's a little rough around the edges, possibly. It's very interesting because the 4 of Pentacles is here, and we see 4 Pentacles on the wall. We have one pentacle here. It does feel like the one pentacle, right? The one pentacle is here. It's on this card here. And then we have two pentacles. Two pentacles are here, a decision to be made. So I feel like you're currently working on the 8th pentacle, but I feel like you're in the 7 of pentacles. I don't think you've realized that you have a perfectionist issue. It feels like you are reassessing. I think you know what your intention is, because to me, the 7 of pentacles is throwing your intention, right? Throwing the seeds of intention. Your intention is to nurture something. 8s to me are always, the 7 is the planting, the 8 is the harvest. I feel like you want to harvest something, but it feels like you're holding yourself back because you feel like the situation or the environment must be perfect before something can be decided here. Let's talk about this Ace of Pentacles. What are we talking about, Scorpio? Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the Magician. So it's something that is that you've been manifesting. You're trying to create a very practical, solid, and stable environment before you invest in something or someone. The 9 of Cups is here. And we have the 7 of Swords. You don't trust it. You know what? I feel like this 6 of Cups here has something to do with a past relationship for some of you. It has to do with a wound that's still sitting at the back of your mind. That's what it feels like. Because I'm looking at the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. And if this tells me that you're saying, I don't trust it. I don't trust that there can be wish fulfillment. I don't trust that my wish fulfillment can come in, or that I can manifest my happiness, the inside, the outside of, inside happiness and outside happiness. I feel like you don't trust it. There's something here that you don't trust, and you may just not really believe in your powers of manifestation at this time. I don't think that you know how good of a manifester you are. Let's talk about this commitment. What is this about? Because this Hierophant energy seems to be like a structure. Maybe you're building a house, or I really need to structure. I need to get the math in place. I need to look at all the details and pull in all the data. It feels like somebody here is being very careful with what they're telling people. So I'm not going to lead you off on a wrong path. I'm going to be very structured in the doctrine that I give you. This particular Hierophant is showing math, right? Algebra. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just going to give you the goods and let you decide to make your own decision. But it feels like here that there is some sort of a commitment. So a commitment to structure, a commitment to religion, a commitment to my doctrine, to my path, always doing the right thing. I'm not going to lead you astray. Or it could be a commitment to someone in love, because we do have the Knight of Cups here. We have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. We have the 2 of Pentacles. You know what this tells me here? I don't want you to be telling me that I told you to do it and then you can blame it on me. I want you to have all of the information. I'm going to be very honest with you. And I'm a very loyal person. I'm just going to say, very loyal is what you're saying, Scorpio. I'm going to be truthful and honest with you because I always do the right thing. That's the Hierophant energy. And I am going to release it and have you make the decision. Because you already know what my position is. I want the commitment, so I'm going to leave it with you. Do you want it or do you not? It feels like somebody here is asking for an answer in the 3D. I've got the Devil here, but it feels like it's on repeat. I'm just going to say, somebody here is worried that there is going to be codependency, or that somebody is going to blame you for dragging them into something and then chaining them to it. I feel like you don't want the ball and chain. Nobody else wants the ball and chain. I feel like you're in the spirit of committing to something, whether it's financial or whether it's a change in your career, whether it's in school and you're getting a diploma. It feels like it might be a financial commitment, but it feels like you're the one that is making the commitment. And once I make it, I'm not going back, because the Devil is going to chain you to that commitment. It's the attachment of the commitment, right? So it feels like there is a decision that needs to be made here. And I feel like you don't trust it, or somebody doesn't trust it. There's doubt here. There's like, what if I'm chained to this forever? What if I'm chained to this commitment forever? That might be why you're not making the decision right now. And I think it has something to do with the 6 of Cups, because it feels like this is an old wound we're poking at here. Tell me about the 6 of Cups. We've got the Five of Cups. It is an old wound, friend. Yeah, the Four of Wands. You used to be happy in another relationship. You used to have stability, emotional stability with somebody who you thought or you called a soulmate. And it feels like there was the Five of Cups is here with the Four of Wands. It feels like now I have regret that I ever went to the next level with this person, because this is the next level, right? The Hierophant energy. It's a commitment to something. And so I feel like somebody in the back of their mind is like, but what if it just works out like it did last time and I get screwed over like I did last time? The Six of Swords, because I feel like the last time you were the one that had to leave. You were the one that pulled the plug. I feel like you're trying to calm the mind, because you realize that the present moment is not the past, but it's really hard when that's the only data that you have. There's something that has just never worked out for you. So it does feel like you are in this Eight of Swords energy, unable to make a decision because of practicality. It's like you're waiting and waiting and waiting to be more confident, to learn the thing, to get more money, to get more stability, to get more notoriety, more respect. It feels like whatever it is, it's a very important decision. Look, we're going to go into the extended. We're going to talk more about this. I feel like for some of you, this is about committing to a person, and this could mean marriage. This could mean the next level, because the Four of Wands is here. The next level is we move in together, we commit to each other. Look, maybe you're dating someone and you just want to say, look, can we see each other exclusively and try this out? Or if you've been dating someone and you're in a relationship, maybe we're moving in together. Maybe if you're in a marriage already, we're going to recommit to each other. Or do I just go? Do I just leave it here? Like, it feels like there's a big decision that needs to be made and you're not sure what to do, because I don't think that your intuition is online right now. Yeah, it feels like you're dealing with everything with brute force, but this makes sense because that's Aries, and Aries, guess what? As I said at the beginning here, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, I don't remember now, but Saturn and Neptune are at the 0 degree of Aries, and Aries is sort of in this energy of, I don't believe it. I want to see it, show it to me. So it feels like somebody here is being very practical and patient, because I'm not listening to my intuition. To me, this is a brute strength sort of energy. I'm the one in control. So take my offer or don't. Ace of Pentacles. We're going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be there with us, we're going to clarify all of this and find out what the heck is going on. And if you want to come with us, then please look at the pinned comment that is above all of the comments. Please click on read more. You will see that all these links pop out. One of those is to the membership. That's where all these extendeds go. I also do readings there for just the membership. And if you are interested in a private read, please know that I do both. I do private reads that are pre-recorded. They begin at $25. That is a 48-hour turnaround time, that one read is. And you can look at all of my packages and pricing if you click on the link to Hypsee. Also, if you're interested in talking to me live, I'm going to be online tomorrow, Saturday the 14th, if you're interested in talking to me about anything live. And if you book ahead of time, you will get between 5 and 75% off your call with me. And I'd love to hear from you. So I'm going to go into the extended. If you'd like to be there with us, then come on by. And if you're not, that's okay. If this is where we part, that's cool. I will be back because I am always back. Happy Valentine's Day, friends. I'm going to go for now. Take care. Bye-bye.